What was the atmosphere like inside of the Enron building?
It changed over the years. When I first went there, I actually worked in a building that is now the Houston Police Department building. It was the old Houston Natural Gas building. But when I was first there, it was there had been a merger between Houston Natural Gas and Enron several years earlier, and they were kind of struggling from the debt burden, and mixing the cultures was very difficult because Ken Lay had made a lot of promises to the people in Omaha that they would never leave Omaha, and obviously that didn't happen. So there was a lot of resentment and difficulty mixing the cultures. And this was also basically a pipeline company, which is kind of, I mean, it runs itself. You don't have a lot of dynamic business environment when you run a pipeline. It's just taking customers' orders and filling them. So when Skilling came in, which was probably in the early 90s, things started to change dramatically. You hear about this supposed renegade group that's doing trading of natural gas and making a lot of money, and they'd even come in and wear jeans on Friday and have a dress code that was totally different than the rest of the company, and they were put on pedestals and so forth. So then that culture worked through, and then we started trying to get into other businesses.
Yes.
That, like the broadband, like the power, international businesses, which was our failure. Some of those, like the broadband division, never made any money, but somehow they showed that they were making money. And the international operations were always a drain on cash and never very successful. So the atmosphere changed over the years, but it got to be, it was an exciting place because for an employee, you could kind of plot your own career. If you wanted to go do this or if you wanted to go do that, you could do it. You had to know the right people, but you still could do it. So that created, and you know, for years they were called the most innovative company. I mean, some magazine, for years they were the most innovative company in the world, or in the country, let's say.